The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. Dig.
All right, welcome to the Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. I got an exciting guest. This is the start of my new season. It was actually supposed to be yesterday, but Stefan Arkell will be here next week. My buddy Mark Maurer is here.
What's up?
And he came by a couple weeks ago, and you were telling me about this new show you're working on. So we're going to be talking about guns and ranges tonight, folks. Ooh. So hopefully we won't get flagged by all you people that don't like guns out there. But
you might. You never know.
Everyone's got a little arsenals.
So anyways, welcome to the show. So
Appreciate
you've
it.
been going through a lot. We'll be talking about that as well.
Yes.
Keenan Sargent's here, though.
How y'all doing out there?
On a weekday. His mom let him out on a weekday. So
Thanks, Mom.
thank you, Mom, for going on. I got this new jacket. This is my Beat It jacket. Not like Beat It, but like
See,
Beat It Michael Jackson jacket.
See, that's that nice red on there, too. That was like
it
a
looks-
burgundy, man.
Is that leather or is it?
It's some kind
It's like when the puppy coat.
It's
like waterproof, it looks
It's some cheap shit. Once I rub into something, it's gonna rip. But anyways,
See, I hated wearing stuff like that back then, like especially the bigger ones. It wasn't my thing.
Oh man.
so let's go a little bit background about you, because you've been on the show before. Graphic designer, videographer, model.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of hats. Yeah. So you had your one. You came on, I guess, about a year and a half ago, and the one business. Talk about that business, and that's no longer. You're not doing that business anymore.
So it was HW Armory. We had a firearm customization business. It was going good, but I'm in Illinois, and Illinois has gotten very strict with a lot of things. We were doing gun shows. We were doing very well. And because of my background, I made sure that the visual representation of the setup looked amazing. It's like how you do your sets. It was top notch, and we were the only ones at the gun shows doing it like that. So we gained a lot of people to buy our stuff versus other people's stuff just on the fact of that. Well, we were doing good. COVID hit. The gun shows dropped off. Now we're relying on strictly internet sales. Well, the problem with that is, in order for you to compete, you got to buy large amounts, and we didn't have deep pockets like everyone else that are currently on the internet selling the accessories, the same ones we are selling. So we couldn't even get them cheaper than what they're selling it for. So we kind of just got drowned out with that. So we end up like, okay, well, that business ain't making no more money, so we need to do something else. And I've always been doing video no matter what. So it was just one day I was on YouTube, and I'm just like, I always see everyone talking about guns, but nobody showcases the ranges. And I travel a lot. Well, when I travel, I want to go shooting. I like to check out different ranges. Nobody is giving us that video tour of it. Yeah, some ranges have a budget to where they have a nice production. Shout out to all of them that do that. That's amazing. But for those who don't, it's a void.
Right, because there's a lot of kind of mom and pop gun ranges. I know, like the one around here. I mean, it's not like a corporate owned gun range. It's mom and pop stuff. So
yeah, they have 2 locations.
Right. And you've been like all over, like half the West, I believe.
Oh, I've been in Europe, Spain. We can get into it. I've been all over Paris.
We need to go there.
Well, I'm going to show a little quick. This is the series. I mean, I hit that button, but that still goes good with what's going on. But so
in the same building, and that's
so this reminds me of something that you would watch on like cable television. It's so good.
Home shopping networks.
Look how good this shit is.
Yeah, it's a nice setup too.
And
The production quality is amazing.
Thank you. And because of my background, this is what I do. So a lot of times I didn't have the budget to pay anyone to come with me when I travel. So usually I set up everything and shit.
Now,
with myself.
Now, as far as that collection go, like, was it kind of like hard from the start, or you picked it up right away and this kind of continued?
A collection of guns, or
just like the whole, like the weaponry, the arsenals.
Oh well, what I do is for this show, I go to these ranges and highlight the crazy guns like this that I didn't know I could rent. Like you could rent that for $10 in Arnold, Missouri. Oh, wow. That's the micro Uzi. That thing is almost as fast as the world's fastest submachine gun, which is called the Papa Shaw. It's a World War II machine gun, the 9mm. Watch how fast this thing shoots. Done, 30 rounds right there. It's crazy.
How much is a bullet though? It's like
they're 9mm, so a box of 50 is like $15.
So that was $15. I mean, Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I would like to go do that one day. That'd be a good podcast video.
and see, look, because of this show,
Yeah.
now people know, like, there's a whole bunch of crazy guns on this one episode, and I do this to all the ranges. I go there and I showcase what they have, so you don't have to. So eventually, here's the long-term plan with Guns and Ranges. On our website, we have a map of the United States and Europe, and you can look at our logos all over. We have videos for every single range that's out there. So you see a logo in all the cities. So you can go to our website and be like, oh, I wonder if they went to Vegas. Oh, we did.
Yeah, I see some of the old videos through another friend.
there.
I'm like, man, that's so much fun. So like,
Yep, so just scroll down.
So like, what is the big fascination? And I appreciate any guy can answer it great. Like, what is the big fascination with like guns?
Oh, it's fire. I mean, it's like fireworks that you can control. It's America.
Right there.
Fuck yeah.
So if you zoom in, you'll start to see all the ranges in which has videos that showcase what the range has, where they're at. On the descriptions, I showcase all the information that, to me as a firearm guy, would like to know, like what's the biggest caliber I can shoot there, where they're at, all that good stuff.
So you're giving this service to the ranges as well, so they can use it for their own Google searches, and so to help bring in customers. So it's kind of a benefit for them to have you come do
Absolutely.
do a video. So.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, since this is new, I mean, we're about a year in. I say it's just me. I mean,
Yeah.
habit, it's just a year in, so it's a slow roll. And I'm really thankful for all the ranges that give me the time of day, because usually when you hit them up, they look at your subscribers, and I don't have a lot there. So for me to have all the subscribers, like on a large scale, I'm sure I could get more ranges immediately, but right now, it's a struggle. I got to do a little dance. I got to woo 'em and convince them.
Wow, look at this gun. Is that two at once?
That's a 12-gauge shotgun,
that's a
and the
big
shells
gun.
drop out the back.
So it shoots both two rounds at once?
They go back and forth.
Oh, it goes back and forth. Okay.
Not even a cock bag.
EP12. That thing's a monster.
Now, how much would that gun cost if we were to buy it right now?
About $1,600.
Jesus Christ.
This is a shotgun, though.
That's like a price of a
That's
camera.
And it's
fucking
accurate.
That's a badass gun, though.
That's a camera price.
Wow, that's a pretty good kick on that. Yeah.
See, we need to do that one of these days.
Oh, you want to go to the range? I have friends at all the ranges around us.
Well,
we can go.
I know you want to have a pretty girl, but Keenan would probably be funny on camera.
Oh, well, come on then. Because, I had Marcus Spears, an NFL player. He's on one of our episodes. He's hilarious. Retired NFL player.
Yeah.
And, oh, my God. Humor is what sells. See, this is the angle with Guns N' Roses.
there we go. Right
there it is. He's like, look, this is what you have when you fuck with me. I'll tell your ass up.
See, I feel like I'm pretty sure. Besides you've held on to a gun before. Yes.
I own 3 guns. Yeah.
Okay. I think I feel bad. All I had was Nerf guns and BB guns.
Well,
and
shit, I'll break your cherry then. I'll take you to the range. We'll shoot. We got the big guns and the little ones. We'll start you off with a 22, and then we'll work you up to something crazy. I got a 50 cal Beowulf, which is a AR pistol. The bullet is the largest AR-15 platform bullet, and it's .50. It's designed to penetrate an engine block for the military, so it'll go through an engine block. Ooh. Kicks like a monster.
I
built that gun.
I was at like a virtual range one time, and it was just not like an airsoft gun, but it's like when it feels the power in it. Uh-huh. It was fun, but like I said, I need to do some shit like that.
Oh, I got something for your ass then. In Texas, Texas Gun Club, they are in League City at their range. I did an episode where it's an actual shooting bay with a piece of paper, and there's a projector projecting video on it, and I'm shooting zombies with real guns.
Ooh,
it's a video game on the screen, but I'm using a real gun.
I like that.
And it was fun.
Now, have you got to the point where sponsors and gun manufacturers are sending you free shit yet, or
not yet? So mainly, I mean, that's kind of a good thing for me, because I just started doing this where it's a product spotlight. I'm showing off products that I think are they serve a purpose and they're innovative. Like this right here, this is by Bayani Design. It's called a rifle mounted double unit. That little thing holds your earplugs. You think you don't need it. Well, the actual inventor of it, his best friend was a law enforcement officer and was in a shooting where he didn't have time to put ear protection in and he lost his hearing. Damn. And that's why that product was invented. So if they need to get their rifle, it's right there, the ear protection, if they don't have it in already.
Because they can't get loud, especially in a small room.
And he was inside of his truck in his vehicle when this happened. So I don't think he was on duty.
Wow.
Ah, damn.
And you filmed, I mean, I don't want to.
That's all a tripod. That's just.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to reveal to the audience because some people watch this show and they're like, wow, this is a great studio you have. This is in my basement and this is in your garage.
That's my fucking garage.
Say you can make anything in anything, folks.
Yeah.
It looks good no matter what.
Nothing will stop you.
Yeah.
You gotta have the
so
will.
it looks, I mean, you look like you're on a television set right there.
Yeah, and that's the angle. Like, for Guns and Ranges, I want it to look like a network TV show without the fucking restrictions of a network, you know?
Which I do like the logo, by the way, though.
Hey,
so
you know what it looks like.
You're on
roses.
YouTube. I know you've had some restrictions because YouTube doesn't like you promoting guns on YouTube. Now, how about Rumble? Have you been?
Yeah, I'm on Rumble as well.
Okay, because Rumble's a little bit more freedom, right?
Yeah, Rumble's a lot better, but it's still a ghost town right now.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, the transition hasn't. A lot of people haven't went over there.
Well,
yet.
I've noticed. I don't want to get into politics, but I've noticed like YouTube hasn't like banned a bunch of like people talking about like pro like Republican, pro Trump, pro like anti-vax. You know, they've actually seemed like they're letting those videos go up more. Because remember when they were like fucking flagging the shit out of those videos? Now it seems like they're probably losing a bunch of money, so now they're
It makes sense. I mean,
yeah. So
they try to push their views towards you. And it's based on whoever's backing them financially. It's unfortunate.
Right. But so this is great. So I just love, talk about, oh shit, now we got a little bit,
It's buffered.
Yeah, it's buffering.
It's a drink.
I got so many videos. So talk about these products. So this is for, what is this product?
Riptide Armory. So they have a lineup of glass cleaner, gun cleaner. What's unique about this is the product they have, the gun cleaner and the gun oil, the advanced gun cleaner, it actually has a nano, I guess you could say technology. It's called graphene. And this graphene, if you look it up, it creates this surface that keeps it smooth. It doesn't allow the carbon to build up on your bolt, and it just protects it overall, and it's even safe on wood. So with that technology, you can use it to clean your gun and then protect it. And that's what I'm talking about right there.
How
you guys want to clean your chambers?
How often do you clean your gun? Are you supposed to do it after every time you shoot it?
I usually clean before I go shooting and after. What you want to do is there's a break-in period where people will argue with you on this. Do you oil your gun up? Well, if you first buy it brand new, you definitely want to get all that factory oil in there that keeps it conserved from rusting. Certain parts are not coated properly, so they always put the oil in everything, just to be sure.
Okay.
So you want to clean your gun first when you first get it. But a lot of times they say you want to go through 500 to 1,000 rounds before you clean it again, because what they're doing is all that carbon and everything building up is sanding down the internals and making it smoother.
Oh, okay.
So then you got a smoother function. You're breaking it in, the break-in period. Other people, they just clean it immediately after their first use and keep it like that. The most important thing, though, is keeping it lubricated to protect it from rusting if you don't have a humidifier in your gun safe. So
I think like for any kind of gun, like it does collect a lot of that, like that dust and just all that. Yeah.
Burnt gunpowder, it creates a residue, and you got to get rid of it. You got to wipe it down. So I always clean my guns after the range, and before I go, I'll put some cleaner on it, the lube, just to make sure everything's smooth and ready to roll. That way, when I'm out there, I have no issues.
And then, of course, with deassembling a gun, it does take a lot of time to kind of know the chemistry to do all that and then put it back together.
No, it's pretty easy once you do it a couple times, especially like Glock, CZ. I can name them all, really. They're all very similar. If you really want to break it down and clean it, you don't want to do that all the time. You just want to take the slide off, get to the spring, clean your internals, wipe it down, clean your barrel, put it back together.
And it's like Legos. I could.
You need to take these notes down. This would be good for when you go out on a Friday night.
Let's
Cleaning your gun.
Date night, gun
so-
range. Would that be even a good idea? Gun range for a date night?
Hell yeah, they have them at Top Gun Shooting Sports. They have a ladies' night and they have a date night.
Like, hey, honey, you want to go see some guns?
Well, I think if Mark, I don't know if you're single or not right now, but if you met a woman that didn't shoot guns, I think that'd be probably a deal breaker for somebody like yourself.
Yeah, I am single. I think that having someone that is against guns would be a problem,
Right.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
especially if it's your passion.
Well, you were talking about earlier the gun ranges you've been to Europe, you've been to Las Vegas, you've been in Texas, you've been to obviously the ones here in St. Louis. What was your favorite gun range that you've been to, if you had to pick one?
Okay, if I had to pick one, oh man, I would say Saddle River Range, and it's in Texas, because that one was the largest. It was 33,000 square feet. It was the largest range I ever been to. They have a freaking elevator in there.
Wow.
They have outdoor archery, indoor archery. They have a lounge area that was mind-blowing. It has its own shooting range, which is kind of common, but it has lockers, all the VIP stuff. You have a conference room to where you can flip it over and turn it into a pool table. They got your own shower, restroom, male and female. You can have a party there, fireplace, TV, everything. And there's a viewing window, so if you start drinking, because they do have alcohol, if you start drinking, you no longer can shoot, but you can still watch your friends through the window
Oh, gotcha.
in the shooting bay. And it has a private entrance and exit, which means if you're a celebrity, you can just sneak in, do your thing. And the way they decorated their shooting bays is phenomenal. And the funny thing is, you know why it's so phenomenal? They have Rushing Ranges, which one of the top manufacturers of custom shooting bays, right behind them.
Oh, man.
And I talk about that on the episode, Saddle River Range, Conroe, Texas.
Wow.
It's hell of a party room.
Now, when you went to Europe, obviously you probably couldn't bring your gun with you, right? You couldn't.
Yeah. Couldn't bring my gun,
Right.
but I did have a very, very beneficial situation. My best friend, Michael Paw, 5-time world champion shooter, I go out there and I kick it with him. So he has all the guns you can think of. He's a FFL dealer, so he has access to so many guns you could lose count. So when it comes to having guns out in different countries, hey, it's no problem at all. He has the best available. Plus, he's a competition shooter, so he knows how to show you how to shoot a gun the right way, which is where I got my experience from.
Right. Now, how is the I guess the laws and the people's views on guns in Europe? How is it?
Europe is strict. I almost got arrested for having a knife on me at the airport in
wow.
Europe. Yeah, because it's illegal to have a pocket knife.
Yeah, they still do that here, too.
Pistol, you can only have one. For hunting, you can have 2 rifles. That's it.
That's the limit per person.
Per person. Now, if you have more, you have to be a firearms dealer, or you have to show that you train X amount of times per year for you to qualify to own more than one firearm.
And what if you're a cop?
Yeah, if you're military, maybe you can get more. I don't know.
I guess that. I mean, for me, I'm not. I think probably there should be a limit on certain people amount of guns people have. I guess I kind of always thought that when when I don't know.
Once you have one, you're pretty much a deadly person. So
right, it's true too. So
having more won't matter, I guess.
Right. I guess it's kind of a unique view on that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Yeah.
But some people shouldn't have guns. Absolutely, I agree.
I've seen a couple people. I'm like, you have how many guns?
I'm getting all the Nerf guns.
Yeah.
Now, you served military, like, when you at young years, yes?
No, but I've been around it. I actually work for the DOD as my day job. So, and all my friends are military. We do military shit, with guns. So
They ever did like airsofting?
no, but I done the real shit
I'll take that.
in Germany.
What was your first? What you said in Germany? Let's keep on.
Yeah, in Germany we were doing some training drills. We didn't video it, obvious reasons.
Kind of like when you
Yeah.
see like Keanu Reeves training for a movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Those things.
drills. Transitioning from pistol to rifle, changing your position from on the ground to moving, shooting while moving, all that fun stuff to where you don't have time to practice and perfect a shot, you just need to hit the target center mass. And
That
be fast.
reaction
Well,
time.
you've probably seen a lot of movies, and I know Keanu gets like praise for this, but he's pretty legit the way he handles his gun in the movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So have you seen movies that like the people are holding the gun fucking weird that you wouldn't hold the gun like that?
Yeah, absolutely. And for Keanu Reeves, he does it superb. Funny story, this year I actually got to shoot the gun that will be in John Wick 5. So,
Ooh.
yes.
See, I have not seen any of the
I got
John
to
Wick
shoot that.
movies.
So,
I've seen a couple of them. They're really good. Yeah.
and I got to shoot the one that was in John Wick 3. So, and there was one in between model that I got to shoot, but it wasn't in John Wick, but it's by the same company, Terran Tactical Innovations.
So do they make these guns especially for these movies? Does this movie helps promote those guns?
Yeah. They make the movie gun, and then they just make it a production gun after that.
Right. So okay.
It's all the blanks, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's genius. And, I mean, Terran Butler is the owner.
Yeah.
He's a competition shooter, so he has really, really good knowledge, and he's very, very fast with speed shooting. It's very impressive, and I'm sure he gave Keanu Reeves some lessons, because the video you probably seen on YouTube where Keanu is doing the shooting real fast, that's at Terran's range
Oh, okay, gotcha.
using Terran's guns.
Well,
So-
what's some movies that you've seen? I don't know if you can even think of one off the top of the head, but it's like the people are like fucking holding the gun wrong and not doing like.
shit, I don't know.
Because I see all these like I've seen like this. I don't want to do a shout out, but there's this independent movie that they made in St. Louis, and it was pretty big. But when the cops were like chasing the vampires, like it was just like the way they were holding the guns, and they just didn't. I don't know. You could just tell it was a low budget movie right when that scene happened. I was like, oh,
Like a little bit of a quick shot.
they were just not holding the gun right. I mean, I'm not even a gun expert, and I was like, you could just tell it was like I don't know, no training at all. They nobody
Damn.
on set, yeah. So
Shame on them.
right,
At least
so.
have some little
Right.
bit.
So, would you probably be game for doing that, right? Being technical advisor on a
yeah.
movie? That would be fun, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's no problem.
What was the first gun that you shot? How old were you when you first shot your first gun?
Oh, man. Well, ironically, I think I was 17. It was a blank firing gun, and it was a gold Beretta, a 92F. And the police were calling me because my neighbor thought I was shooting at people, and I was just trying it out. And that was fun. That was my first gun. And then I remember I put tissue in my ear. It was funny. My mom hated me for it. Cop showed up deep. Luckily, the chief of police, his son, me and him played all the time. So he was like, why is Marky shooting people? I don't believe that little guy. So luckily,
So all these cops came to your house, and
yeah, and the chief of police knocked on my door, and I'm hiding because I heard people in the back, and my room was in the back. And we had a little AC unit, and I just looked out the window. I seen two cops. I was like, "Oh shit, the cops are here." I'm not answering the door.
oh shit,
Bad
My
time.
mom answered the door.
what happened? What was?
He said, "Hey, we got a report from the neighbors saying you're shooting at people." And he was kind of like dumbfounded about it. And then I explained to him what it was. Brought the gun out because he's like, "Well, show me what it is." And I brought it out in the case. And it was so ironic because the neighborhood's looking at it like, oh, great, what is this? It's about to be a shootout. And I showed it to him, and he was just like, yeah, it's blank firing. There's concrete in the barrel. The diameter can't even accept a real 9mm round. It's perfectly safe. Just don't shoot it again. And he handed it back to me. And all the neighbors were like, what the fuck just happened?
It was a toy.
Yeah. What the hell just happened? Needless to say, nobody messed with me after that.
So,
Man,
so is that? I have a gun like that too. It's a movie prop gun, but it fires out the side of it, and it's solid. So there's nothing. There's no way it could ever shoot anybody.
Yeah, and it has like ports on the top
Yeah.
or on the side.
Yeah, on the sides. Yeah, is that what your gun was?
Yeah, that's what it was. So it did the blowback, but it just the gas came out these little ports.
Yeah, that's what that one does. Yeah. Does it look like a real gun?
Absolutely, looks just like
That's
the
what mine.
Beretta 92.
Okay. So
see, I still want like the Tommy guns from like the old gangster.
Oh,
movies.
guess what?
Like,
I have an idea for you. This Crazy Guns You Can Rent in Missouri Part 1, Arnold, Missouri, you can rent the Tommy gun.
I'm talking like from like the 30s.
Yes.
Like the old days.
This is the actual, well, it is the same gun, probably not the physical one that was used to murder people, but is the actual gun with the drum, 45 caliber official Tommy gun, the real deal. I got to shoot it and it was smooth, like smoothest full auto I ever shot.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know why it's like that old type of gun, like where it's just a round magazine, you just take it off and put it back in. I'm like, I don't know, it looks beautiful. Like the old guns always look beautiful.
And fun fact, that was actually used before the mobsters or after, whatever. It was used in World War II also.
Yeah.
That same gun. They just didn't use the drum. They used a stick.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I talk about that on the episode. I kind of give a little history on that little piece.
So okay, so let's say this. So we kind of get back with movies. So like, you think like Liam Neeson, the cast of like Saving Private Ryan, all that movie. Like, you think they were trained the same way, or was it different?
I think when you're in a major motion picture, there are gun safety people there making sure, one, there's no bullets on set because we don't want that Alec Baldwin situation to happen ever.
Or Brendan Lee.
Yeah, see, and like, so there's always an expert in that field there, so it's very, very hard for them to mess that up.
What do you think went wrong with that Alec Baldwin situation? I didn't really know much about that. So, I mean, I obviously knew what happened, but like, why was there live rounds on the set anyways? Why would you have a live round on the set? I mean, what's the point of having a live round?
Yeah.
You're not going to shoot.
I know they ain't trying to test it like that, but I mean, that's just crazy on their end.
Yeah, the fact that a live round got on the set was motivation for somebody.
That was a setup then.
Yeah, because there's no way firearm expert is going to let a live round around. There's most of the people that are there, they're not like, you know, they might be biased towards guns, but either way, a live round, if you're a gun guy, ain't going close to that gun. That's for sure. If you're an anti-gun person, maybe you could set it up, but then again, you know, it just doesn't make sense. You're on a motion picture set. There is no freaking way you're going to put your ass on the line and have a loaded round anywhere.
Yeah, it seems like suspicious because why would you aim at the camera anyways? I've never seen a movie that they shoot right at the
Well, besides James
camera.
Bond.
So, I mean, don't they always shoot like to the side here so you can, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why would, if the camera lady is right behind the camera, why would you shoot like right at the shot doesn't make sense to me. I didn't understand that.
And, you know, that's one of those things where I wonder what was said for that to even be done.
Right.
Maybe they're trying to be innovative and say, oh, well, we want you to point straight at the camera so we can make the explosion and then have the bullet come out real slow in slow-mo, make it CG, something like that.
Well, it was kind of same with Brendan Lee when he was in The Crow, and it was deleted scene figures. But, like, I think they were testing out the gun, and then one of them happened to be a real one, too. 'Cause like you said, they're all blanks. So how can you even, like, think, hey, let's check the ammunition first? And then you see that one there is like, okay, who bought it?
Yeah, and the blank could kill you, but you have to be close. Because even that powder, when it's burnt, it's like these little bitty pellets. And the velocity they come out of that barrel, 2,200 feet, whatever it may be, per second, that could still harm you. Maybe it couldn't kill you. I don't know. I'm no expert in that field, but it's definitely dangerous. Regardless, if you put a 9mm blank in a real 9mm, it's not going to fit. There's going to be a gap in there. I don't know what would happen, but the worst thing, it would just explode. And the shell probably wouldn't eject because there's no, like, it's not sealed up.
Gotcha, yeah.
And it probably wouldn't even eject the shell.
Who would you think would be at, I mean, I don't, what's your thought? Because they were going to try to, like,
I'd probably say
it was Alec Baldwin and then the gun I mean, who you think's at fault with, like, the, I mean, any actor, I guess, from now on, they should probably, wouldn't you want to check your own chamber before you did a take? I don't know.
Yeah, or at least check the prop.
Always. And the fact that they didn't is okay because maybe they're not used to that because they're not a firearm person. Firearm person, you just check the gun, you hand it to me, I'm still going to check it.
Yeah.
It's just there, even if it's not being, like, it's not intentional, I just always check it.
Yeah.
And I'll rack it a couple times. I know there's nothing in there.
Right.
Now
And,
go ahead.
and you never point the gun at anything,
Besides
regardless, even if it's not loaded. It's just a thing you don't do. So in order for a gun to have a round in it, if the weapons expert is, like, liable we need to look at, okay, well, the weapons expert made sure it was safe. Now, from after it left the gun table or however they do it to when it gets to being fired, something happened there. Because when it's on that table, there's no fucking ammo around. There's no ammo on set. It's practically a fortress out there. They don't want any incident. So for it to happen, now keep in mind, there's real firearms used in movies all the time. Like John Wick. They use the real ones for certain scenes. Obviously, they're probably using blanks, but they still use the real ones. All these movies, and we only had 2 incidents in this huge era. I mean, how many years? 20, 30 years, something like that. Yeah, there's something up. Something had to happen.
Okay, y'all remember the movie Wanted?
Yeah, where they make the bullet
swerve
around somebody.
There's a lot to that really gets me. Like, one, besides all them being skilled with using the gun, but at the same time, the science, something is not right.
Yeah, you can't make a bullet, like, once it leaves that barrel, the barrel is the only thing telling it where to go.
Right.
So once it's leaving that little direction.
Did they make it curve or some shit like that?
Yeah, they made it go around.
That's right.
Because that wind kind of catches it, and it's easy to kind of break it.
Yeah, well, wind will not make your bullet do that. It'll make it slowly.
Well, remember in Lethal Weapon 2, they had the cop killer bullets that could go through. Go through fucking body armor.
Yeah, I think I got that movie too.
Well, they make those now.
Okay.
That's just
Armor
crazy
piercing,
though,
green
man.
tips.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then another scene from that movie where it's like both the beginning and the end, where you're sitting down right here and you're taking a whole bullet like across the city and probably through a suburb. Like a bullet only can go like what, probably
I think the longest range for a regular bullet, I think it was a 338 or a 50 cal, was record around 2 miles. Record.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I know it can't go that far.
But in order to get that far, you have to arch it to make it go.
That does carry.
So
one of the things that I found out that a couple weeks ago that I didn't know was going on with you, but you've had health scare. You want to talk about that? So that's kind of like maybe some of the motivation behind this guns and ranges is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'll start off in October. I was diagnosed with cancer. Then through the testing around December, I was notified that is stage 4 cancer.
Damn.
So what was going on? We want to get into details that you.
Yeah, we'll talk about. I'm an open book.
So you're shitting blood, right? And so then you're like you're a person never goes to the doctor. I'm the same fucking way, by the way.
Yeah.
I need to change my life, but I don't go to the doctor unless I'm like bleeding, my arm's falling off or something like that. So you were shitting blood, and so you went to the doctor. They did some tests, and then they told you you had cancer, right? So
yeah, I had rectal cancer.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I'm a healthy person. I only drink water. I don't do soda. I don't do fast food. I'm very healthy. And before all this, I would work out, but now it's kind of a different situation. I'll get into that too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I found out I had rectal cancer, and then they told me that spread to my liver in 2 spots. So that made it stage 4. Then that was in December when I found out that. I took a trip to Europe knowing that I had stage 4 cancer. I still filmed my show. I'm not letting cancer stop my progress for me filming my show. At the time, I wasn't aware of the effects of chemo and everything that I would be facing next. Mm-hmm. I just knew that nothing's stopping me. I'm just going to do my show, get as much footage as possible, and I will edit from the fucking hospital bed. I don't care. So I get back. It's January, and they tell me they did another scan. The cancer got bigger on my liver. So now I have to do chemo immediately. Well, I got to do chemo immediately. I got SHOT Show coming up, and that's at the end of January, and I can't miss that.
Yeah.
I get to shoot all the newest guns. It's like my pride and joy. I go there every year. I got lots of friends. I'm going. So on January 12th, I had surgery for a chemo port for me to do chemo once I got back from Vegas. And it's funny. I don't know if you could probably see it or not.
I can see it a little bit.
Let me see if I could show everybody my fucking
Oh,
chemo
yeah,
port.
Yeah, I see it.
There it is, right there. So that thing right there, it
Stab
goes.
there with a needle, right?
Yeah, so it's like a little knob thing that runs up and under my collarbone to one of my main arteries. Now, I got that installed on the left side because I want to shoot my guns. They were going to put it on my right side. I was like, nope, I need to be able to shoot guns. I don't give a fuck what I got. I'm shooting guns. So they put it on the left side. I go to Vegas, and I had this chemo port installed. It's fresh wound still. And I'm out there. Nobody has no idea that I'm running around in pain dealing with this stuff. But I'm filming, and I'm chasing it like I have no problem. I'm looking around like, man, you guys don't know how amazing and precious life is until you get hit with something like this. People are enjoying their life, and I'm sitting here putting a smile on my face and recording everything I can because I don't know how much time I got left.
That's the battle.
Yeah. So, and I get home, I start my chemo treatment. Thankfully, they told me that I don't need to worry about losing my hair, which is like, thank goodness, because I don't want to be that guy in the shadow.
I mean, you still look good though. I mean, shit.
I'm gonna be wearing a mask whenever I'm doing my show or something.
Goddamn.
Right.
So yeah, I've been doing the chemo thing. I'm on my third. I did my third round last week. Yeah, last week.
Did you get now? It's a different type of chemo you're saying. So did you get fucking tired? I mean, went on the chemo day. So like,
chemo's rough, but I want everyone to know, don't be discouraged by it because in my case, I have stage 4 cancer. It's rectal and liver, and the chemo they're giving me, I don't know if it's different for other types, but that's the type I got. So the chemo they're giving me, I'm not losing my hair. Here's the side effects, though, just so you guys know. And I made a post about this on my YouTube. My friends was like, man, you need to talk about it. And I was like, all right, I'm not trying to get anyone's mercy. I'm chasing my dream. I just want everyone to be motivated by this, not sad for me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to win this. So, okay, sensitivity to your teeth. When you first bite something, it hurts all your jaw. It's like, but once a couple bites, you can get through it. Then it's no more pain.
no matter
there.
what, no matter it's like Jello, it still hurts.
Yeah, it's just, I guess it's just something touching your teeth because the chemo I'm taking, it lowers my platelets, my white and red blood cells. So it's lowering all that, and it's making my immune system be vulnerable. So I guess in that, something with my neurological thing, whatever, I don't know, the platelets, whatever.
Think about like nerve endings in there.
Yeah, you feel things that aren't really there or whatever. Because another thing that you will notice, don't eat salty foods. Don't eat French fries. Don't eat anything with salt on it because you will get canker sores in your mouth immediately.
Yeah.
And you have to brush your teeth after you eat. If you don't, you will pay for it the next day. One of the most annoying things, though, going through this chemo treatment is sensitivity to cold. Like, it just blows my mind. I cannot touch something cold without it feeling like it's burning my fingers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
That's
needles
things.
and burning. And that feeling, it's just mind-blowing. So now it's so funny. I have winter gloves next to my fridge for me to grab anything that's cold. When I'm cracking eggs, same thing. Cold egg. And sometimes, like, right after your treatment, because my treatment goes from a Tuesday to a Thursday, and in between I'm hooked up with a portable pump all day, 36 hours. I'm hooked up and it's pumping chemo in me. When that's done, anything feels, it's cold, it burns. If you drink something, it feels like needles going down your throat. It's quite annoying. But the longer before your next chemo treatment, your body's recovering, so it is getting less and less and less. Like right now, next Tuesday is my 4th chemo treatment. Right now, I could drink something cold, but not too cold, and it'll be uncomfortable, but it won't make it feel like my throat's closing up. But if I tried that right after the chemo and they unplug me, I'll be squealing like a pig.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting knowing that these are the factors I'm dealing with. I'm perfectly okay with that because, you know, after my first round of chemo, I mean, I stopped shitting blood. I don't shit blood anymore, so it's got to be doing something.
All right. Have they did a test? You said you had 2 spots on your liver. Have they done the test since then to see if it's, you know, stayed dormant or if it's still growing? Or I mean,
not yet. So I got 5 more treatments of chemo, and then they're gonna see where I'm at, and then we're gonna start chemo and radiation at the same time. After that, I think that's for 6 weeks or 6 treatments.
Uh-huh.
After that, they're going to determine if I need surgery or if I go into where I just wait and see.
Can they cut into your liver? I don't even know.
Yeah, they can.
Oh, okay.
They actually did a biopsy. That was pretty painful. The same day they put the port in, I had them do the biopsy on my liver.
Did they put you? I mean, they put you under for that, right?
No, I mean, they numb you, but you still feel the pressure.
Feel
and
something
it
moving
sucks.
around inside you.
And you can feel it like you feel the rod going in, and you hear it click, and then you feel it pulling out, and when it pulls out, it hurts.
Oh.
They did that 3 times, and then they moved me around a little bit, put an X-ray machine over me, and then they gave me some like woozy medicine that made me all loopy.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was just like, okay, now this works. And then that's when they did the port installation.
So I feel like I need to get knocked out for doing something like that, like
I was
going in the
begging them to
body,
do it,
like
and they didn't.
and they had a reason like they couldn't. Why? Or
Oh yeah, so the liver, they wanted me to
Oh, they had to have you
navigate
right to
straight
go
to the
around
cancer
lung, yeah.
because they wanted to get a piece of the cancer and verify it was from the rectal and
Right.
not its own independent.
But it was from the rectal.
It was from the rectal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
And I asked, I was like, how the fuck can I get rectal cancer? And this I'll say this quickly so you don't get canceled.
Or not.
Nothing entered my body except a COVID shot. That's all I'm saying. And I'm a healthy person.
Same.
Wow. So you think it could have been something with the booster?
Absolutely. I mean, if I'm a pharmaceutical person and we're administrating this stuff, it only makes sense to kind of hook more people in. Just drop a little cancer here and there. Let's see what happens. How are they going to do? How are they going to prove it's us? How? They can't. I mean, business-wise,
Well,
I think it'd be a good move to do it.
I've heard like because Shemaine had breast cancer last year, and we might get canceled, but they said a lot more cases in the last 3 years has been like a fucking spike skyrocket with breast cancer and all other cancers.
My doctor told me someone was 20 years old that got cancer. I'm 35.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. Oh my God. See,
31.
I'm 37. Oh my God.
Yeah, but you were saying, I mean, you drank, but you weren't like but you were saying it's started at the rectal anyways, so it doesn't matter with your liver or whatever.
Yeah, I was a weekend warrior. I drink with my friends whenever we're going to celebrate, but
Right.
I'm not getting drunk every night.
Right.
Yeah.
I got shit to do.
Wow.
I think like for certain people, like your body functions differently. 'Cause I had a friend that I don't know how he was either born with it or just came out of nowhere. But like I know few people, when something happens, okay, it's either serious or it's either minor. Like me, all I have is asthma, so I didn't really experience anything else. But like I might ever do, then yeah, it's gonna be like life changing.
Yeah.
In certain cases.
Yeah, and it's a good thing to be humbled. Unfortunately, the cancer has humbled me and brought me to a realization that money doesn't matter. Nothing else matters except family, friends, and your loved ones. Everything else ain't shit. So enjoy every day. Do something for yourself every day so you get to enjoy it. And that's how you live your life. That's how I live my life. Like I'm more happier now than I ever been just because I'm not letting cancer change my mood. It's a road slow down sign, or it's not a roadblock. It's just changing my path. And I'm on a different path now. And I feel like right now with Guns and Ranges, the show is in the infant stage. But we give it a couple years and we built this database of ranges and videos for ranges. And we start working with bigger companies that have affiliation with other ranges like the Range Network, which is we're part of now. Mm-hmm. Having that, we're going to build this little anthill into a mountain. And when it becomes a mountain, people are going to be impressed and inspired by the fact that this little guy who has cancer, stage 4 cancer, not only did I beat it, but I still filmed my show and lived every day like it was my last.
Do you think that this is almost like a therapy for you? This is your baby, so this is kind of like almost like positive energy working on this show to keep your mind off all the other bullshit?
Absolutely. I love going to the ranges. I love shooting guns, and I just turned it into my passion.
Right.
I'm going to do it regardless. Even if I got 5 followers, I don't give a shit about that.
Right.
I want people that watch it gain something from it. Like, hell, if you would have Googled Tommy guns near me, you wouldn't have found Top Gun shooting sports on the list.
Right.
But my video has it out there. And that is freaking awesome for a gun guy.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing too. Is a lot of people that probably have gun ranges into guns. They don't know how to do the marketing and do like what you're saying with the video stuff. I mean, that's
Yeah.
And everybody likes
technology.
guns.
So
And for the ones who do have that budget and they already are doing really well, I have something else to offer them. Obviously, I come in with the professional equipment, but now just to make things more interesting for the general public, because I want more people to learn that a shooting range ain't a bad thing. You don't have to be a gun guy or girl to go to a shooting range. They have training there. They will show you how to shoot your first gun, and it'll be a great experience. It's not this, oh, I'm a killer, let me go there and practice. No. Shooting ranges will enlighten you and show you guns are only evil in evil people's hands. Other than that, it's a sport just like anything, like fucking golf or whatever. The difference is you have to be responsible. And these ranges all have training programs that showcase that. I feel like by enlightening people like, hey, it doesn't have to be scary for you to go to a shooting range. It doesn't have to be. And you can make a date out of it. You could go to the shooting range as a couple, first-time shooters, and you can enjoy yourself. It's a fun experience. Oh, I got to shoot a full auto today. It wasn't that scary.
And see, I think the best thing, whether it be for business or whether it be just for content building, when it comes to stuff like this, like how we kind of do, we know where we want to set our life when it comes like, hey, man, this is just something that we love. And just like this guy.
Oh, yeah.
this is my favorite video though of all time. I know we're being serious about gun thing, but this is.
Oh, man.
Oh! He just,
Yeah.
wait!
My favorite.
Oh,
My favorite.
that look.
My favorite. Oh fuck! Come on.
You know what happened there?
Here, big wireless.
See, revolvers have a very, very light trigger.
You gotta just be, your hand has to be this steady.
Your finger should never be on the trigger.
God damn. Like
That's what happens.
I think I remember seeing that one before.
My favorite part about this
Like-
video here is
Like, why the fuck is he even doing this with a round in the chamber?
But my favorite part's like
Now, if you want on this 44 Magnum, you can shoot it single action.
They didn't even like hit the
and he doesn't stop. It's like Chris Rock at the Oscars.
Yeah.
He just keeps going. He just keeps going.
He knew he fucked
that's
up.
the thing. No, that's the thing we can do. Like,
Play it off, man. Just whoop on.
see, I feel like that would be a good like little like clip where I'm at the gun range. Mark is showing me how to train. I'm getting up thinking like, oh yeah, I got that. I'm
It would be
bad.
funny, but he's trying to get legit like.
No, this would be like
sponsors
for,
and
like just
stuff,
for a skit thing. But like I get that. Like,
Yeah, if we could do some planned stuff, and that's fine because we can do the disclaimer in the beginning of the show for it. As long as it's entertaining and safe, I'm okay with it as long as the ranges are okay with it. And that's the thing. Like now what we're doing with the show is trying to get people that aren't gun people to check out the show. So we're bringing in celebrities, we're bringing in eye candy, just to mix it up and get people to be like, oh, let me look at this. Because out of sight, out of mind. And that's where we're at right now. We're out of sight, out of mind. So we got to get that exposure up. Unfortunately, we have a lot of social media networks that work against gun people. So it's a little tougher for us. But that's not stopping the show. We're just going to keep on going until we get to the top. And even when we're at the top, we're still going to promote the fact that you can do this with cancer. It doesn't matter. Don't let cancer stop your goals. And I'm going to prove them wrong if they think it will.
If you want to donate to his cause here, he has his own store. So there's this. And do you have like any kind of like
GoFundMe or anything?
or
No,
anything?
I don't have none of that stuff. You know,
You
I'm
need
not.
to set up maybe like just a Cash App thing or something.
A charity.
Somebody that likes the video, they send you money. I don't know. That's what we do here, and people actually send me money. So I mean,
Really?
yeah. I mean, it's not much yet, but you know, it's still.
I mean,
it still
I'm not
means a
getting
lot,
some
though.
ammo money.
It still means a lot. So
now, if I have a suggestion, and I'm just not saying I want to change a whole lot, but like imagine like keeping the idea, but like game affiliated guns like Doom, Call of Duty. Like you ever thought about doing something like that? Kind of reach out to the geeks and the nerds out there and all the gamers.
That would be super cool to get a high profile gamer and I take them to the range.
Go for it.
We're going to shoot the gun that you're used to shooting with on the game, or we're shooting the real one.
I want to do a flamethrower. I've seen somebody actually you can do that, right?
Yeah,
I
hot and
shot a
ready.
flamethrower. So I'm trying to get in contact with one company. I won't mention them yet because we're still trying to work the details out. But we might be shooting a 50-foot flamethrower here shortly.
I like
Oh
that.
my god!
Yeah.
Now I think
Find
the
the
only
shit that you can fucking light on fire. I'll just bring a bunch of shit.
now I think there'd be like a lot of pros and cons to like flamethrowers. You get to shoot that like a mile away and it just explodes. So you got to be careful with that.
Yeah, as long as you get a professional one, you should be fine. We were in the desert in Vegas last month. Yeah, last month at SHOT Show, and we were shooting a flamethrower. It was my first time shooting a flamethrower, and we were just having a good old time. Oh yeah, if you're at range and you see the show, you want to be on the show, we do have the form for them to fill out.
Ooh, a range name. Ugh, I only got gamer tags. Just call me
Well,
Clip.
what if you're an eye candy person out there, and you want to be in the show, or you're kind of an influencer here in St. Louis? So reach out to you on Facebook or reach out on the show.
Info@gunsandranges.com.
Okay.
I'm not on Facebook. Anytime I do something on Facebook, I always get flagged. So
Yeah.
it's a lost cause.
Yeah, that's how we feel.
In there.
Yeah, we're about to. I'm hoping to kind of with this new year, this new season, kind of pushing on different platforms. So
We got
Yeah.
new Instagram.
we'll see what happens.
I
So,
think
like-
it's mandatory for us to do an episode where we all go to the range.
I'll go. I told you I'd help you film an episode.
So,
Like that.
and I think because we're local and I've hit a lot of local ranges, I might have to hit one of the local ranges again and just do it again just to make it look cool. One that I'm thinking about doing, it was one of my most popular videos, was STL Sharpshooters. They have amazing barbecue, like amazing
okay.
barbecue.
Well, it'd be cool to do,
Delicious.
like I said, like a little competition with the people or whatever.
Yeah. I think that was a wonderful idea. And I think we're going to do that out there at Top Gun Shooting Sportsman Club.
Because I know I can shoot better than Keenan. I mean, fuck.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
I've been playing Call of Duty for a while and I got a lot of Nerf guns. So we'll see how that works out.
Challenge accepted.
Well, Mark, thank you for being on the show, and so
Appreciate
I'm
it.
glad you're doing well, and so prayers
Yeah.
and everything for you.
Thank
I hope,
you.
God, I hope you pull through this, and
I'll beat it. No problem.
yeah. And then I'm just excited about this show. I think this is a great idea. When I watched it, I thought it was like I was watching a television show. I was like, "Wait, who fucking television show you working with?" And you said, "Oh, I do it myself," and so it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
that he's doing this by himself, folks. He doesn't have a huge production team, and it looks like it's fucking a television show. So, thanks for coming on the show. Any
Appreciate
shout outs, Keenan, you want to do?
Yes. Also, shout out to all the people that I've been doing interviews with. And, of course, thanks to Mark Maurer. I just did a video just a few hours ago with Mr. Frost Money. Shout out to all of Beyond FM and fame. And also to Jeff Nichols, by the way, too. I know he's been doing well for the
Oh, yeah, I saw
last month and a few weeks, I believe.
Fixing
Same.
his sink. Yeah, he's fixing his sink now. He's back to work. His wife put him back to work.
Oh, man. I love y'all guys.
So, well, thanks again for watching. Check out the Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs on YouTube. Like the Artist United Network on Facebook, and check out our website, www.artistunitednetwork.com. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow. And we are out.
Yes.
I'm about to dig. The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs.